All right. Hello, everybody. Hold on. Let me change my view because I don't like just looking at myself. All right. So, hello. Welcome to what we have named Ignite the Iron 2024. We are so excited that you guys are number one here, that you guys have shown up, but two, to link arms together. We're going to do things a little bit differently this year. And us four, myself, Whitney, Anya, and Chastity are all linking arms together. And we decided that not only for us, we're truly better together, but for y'all to open up the community of all of us coming together, that there's something that every single one of you guys can offer to this group, to our different groups. And the magical thing and amazing thing about Scentsy is that none of us would know each other, all four of us I'm speaking about, if it wasn't for Scentsy. So we want you guys to realize that as well. The power that Scentsy holds, and the possibilities that you have, not only as a leader, but the possibilities that you just have as a human being, and the opportunities that are endless with this company. So I'm going to start with prayer. If you've been with a training of ours before, it's something that was started last year. So here we go. Dear Lord, I'm coming to you and I'm claiming that in your precious name right now, that you are going to speak through each of us tonight. You are going to bring who needs to hear what. You are going to allow us to say what needs to be said, and you are just going to use us in the most mysterious way, Lord. And we are claiming that. And 2024 is all yours. Please lead us and guide us in the way that we should go. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Anya Faust, go ahead.
Okay, so when we were talking about this meeting and what we want to do with our leaders this year, we were trying to figure out a name for this meeting. And we're like, man, there's like so many things. It was really difficult. So we just started throwing all these things out there. And we really like the idea of iron sharpening iron because, like Amber said, we're really better together. Okay, so we took each of our group names and we kind of put them together for the meaning of iron. Okay. So we have I, which is ignite your leadership and your business with passion and having grit. So there's for our Simply Grace and Grit girls. Okay. We have R, which is refined by the fire. We are warriors for our Wildflower Warrior people. O, original, shine the light within you. There's only one you for our shine your light people. And N, noble, honorably walking in faith as you lead for our feet to faith people. So we have found a way to combine us all. We feel like that's a really powerful thing, the acronym iron, and we are igniting the iron. So we're going to make sure that we are igniting one another. We are pushing forward, and this is just going to be so freaking good. I'm so excited for this year as we do things a little differently, but it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So that's it. We'll move it on over to Whitney.
All righty. Hold on, I'm going to change this back to gallery. And where's the spotlight? Because that's how I like to look at it. So, hey guys, my name is Whitney Heeple. I am the Superstar Director of Simply Grace and Grit. We currently live in Clarksville, Tennessee, and I joined Scentsy in 2017. We're all just kind of give a little intro about ourselves. We may have some new leaders on here, so if you don't know me, find me, reach out. Know that, like Amber and Anya already said, the reason we're doing this is because we are all better together, just like they said, and coming together with people that are outside of your group is so powerful. We've seen that many, many times. We kind of got away from that last year, and we want to go back to it because that's what lights our fire. That's what keeps us going, knowing that there's other people that are doing the same hard things that we are doing and that we want to do in this business. So we're all tonight just really just putting our heart out there. And I hope that everyone on live and on the replay listens with a an open heart, that fresh start that fresh feeling that you had on January 1. It's January already 15, or is it 16? Wow. Okay, good. And some of you probably have already lost that fresh feeling. Okay. So I want you to take a deep breath, just like I am. And I want you to hear this all, at least I'll speak for myself, from me with love, and know that we love you guys. That's why we're here. That's why we're doing this. So that's why we pour into these type of meetings. So I want y'all to either put it in the chat, raise your hand, whatever, but who has felt questionable with their business? Let's say in the last 4 to 6 months. Felt some type of questions, felt some type of way maybe about your business. Okay. I'll be honest. Me. Okay. All 4 of us have. I'll go ahead and speak for us on that one. Had thoughts or feelings like, is this for me? I'm not loving my paychecks. This is hard. My team's not working. Maybe I should look into something else. Okay. All of those questions, it literally gives me chills to actually say those things out loud and see that people agree, because there's a lot of us. Okay. But we're going to shake all that off right here, right now, while I'm talking. And my message for y'all tonight is it's time to be all in. Okay. It's time to be all into your business. It's time to be here 100%. It's time to be fully committed, dedicated, devoted, faithful, obligated, all of those strong words to you and your business. Okay. I want you to be all in for 6 months just to see what happens. After those 6 months, if you feel some type of way and you're still questioning it, maybe you do need to have a little bit more of a serious conversation with yourself. But a lot of us, probably here on this call, if we're being honest with ourselves, haven't been completely all in for 6 months straight, at least not in a while. Okay. A lot of things have changed in our business over the last 6 months. We have a new hard, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But that means that regardless of your temporary feelings or excuses that day, that week, whatever you're telling yourselves to make you not show up for your business, not to post, not to plan, not to train, not to whatever, you're going to be all in. You're going to say, nope, I'm going to do it for 6 months. I'm going to give it my all for these 6 months, and I'm going to see what happens. You're dedicated to growing your business, and it's going to be hard. Like I just said, it's going to be a new hard. Things have changed a lot in our business in the last 6 months to a year. It's not as easy to party. It's not as easy to get sales. It's not easy. Okay. A lot of y'all probably came in during COVID, and I'll be honest with you, it was easy. Okay. And I've even had leaders tell me, so you're telling me the reason I promoted was because of the time of COVID? Yeah. I'll just go ahead and say it. Yeah. The answer is yes. Okay. And I know that may hurt some feelings, that may step on some toes, but our business has changed from then. And what you did then is not what you're going to be able to do now to be successful still. Okay. I'm not saying that is the only reason that you reach those titles or did the big things or hit the big paychecks. But again, our time has changed. We're not posting and praying. We're going to have more parties to have our average PRV, whatever we had then. It's going to probably take at least twice as more parties. We're going to have to get more creative. We're not going to be able to do the same thing over and over again and get the same result. Okay, let me say that again. We're not going to be able to do the same things over and over again and get the same results. We're not. And if you haven't figured that out yet, then take it from me, because I have. I've tried, I've worked my business a certain way for a while, and those things have had to change for me to consistently have that 4 to 7K PRV every month. Okay. It's not going to take 4 parties anymore. Okay. So if you give me those 6 months where you're going to be all in, you'll be the one standing at the end of the year saying, thank God that I didn't give up. Thank God that I kept going. Because I've talked to so many people these past few days about their business and how they're feeling. And the only way you're going to fail is if you stop. Literally. Now, if you're going to keep doing, like I just said, the same things that you were doing 6 months ago and you're still waiting for those results, it's time to switch things up. Okay. So things that we're going to need to do, we're going to have to talk about the hard. We're going to have to talk about these hard changes. We're going to have to find the results. We're going to have to find the answers. And that's going to happen from this community, talking to people, figuring out what is working, what is not, what got you 1 order, what got you 20. Okay. There are still people in this business that are doing huge things. Okay. If you're one of them, you should be sharing. If you're not one of them, you should be contacting them or finding out what they're doing, see how they're working, asking them questions. Okay. So finding those solutions, talk to your people on your team. And I'm not talking about your downline. Okay. I'm not talking about your downline at all. I'm talking about your team. Whatever your director's page, SSD's page, whatever groups you're on that are Scentsy related, look and see what people are doing to be successful. Okay. Because there's successful people out there. You don't need to try and guess and figure out what's next to try. You don't need to try and figure out the new thing. People already have that figured out. Okay. So all of that to say that this starts with you as a leader. Okay. It starts with you. It starts with me. It starts with Amber. It starts with Anya. It starts with Chastity, but it also starts with you. And that's including for your team that you're on and for the team that you're building. Whether you're a director or not, I don't care. I don't care about your title. I really don't. Okay. If you're wanting to work, if you're wanting to grow, if you're wanting to do big things, if you're wanting to travel for free, if you're wanting to make crazy high paychecks, if you're wanting to change your family's future, I want to work with you. Your SSD wants to work with you. Your director wants to work with you. And even if they're not in your lineage or they're not benefiting from you, they still want to work with you because we can all learn when we're all together. But you're not only working as a leader, you're sharing. Okay. What you're doing, how you're working, what got you sales, even if, like I say, even if it was one sale, you're going to give more than you take. That is one of our core values in our business. If you've ever been to an event, you will hear our CEOs, our co-CEO, our interim CEO say those things. You give more than you take in this business. And that is something that has drastically changed in the last 6 months that I've seen Scentsy-wide. We have to get back to sharing. We have to get back to our community. We have to get back to doing what's good for the greater good, not just for ourselves. Okay. So no more questioning, no more complaining, no more negativity, no more am I in, am I out? And I will leave y'all with this. You may think the grass is greener on the other side, but if you take the time to water your own grass instead of watching the other people's grass, it will be just as green. Love y'all. And Amber, you're next.
Beautiful. I love that quote. All right. So hello, I opened it up and some of you might not know who I am. My name is Amber Ryan. I am the Superstar Director of Feet to Faith. I live right outside of Wilmington, North Carolina and Leland, North Carolina, and I have been doing Scentsy since 2016. So I am going to be talking about servanthood leadership. Does anybody by the way, I was a teacher for 8 years, so I'm very, me and Chastity or Anya too, being a teacher. A lot of the way I talk is about like just being a teacher. So does anybody have any idea what a servanthood leader is? What does it mean to be a servanthood leader or servanthood in general? Does anybody know what that is? Anyone? It's okay if you don't, because I'm going to tell you. It's not about you. Very good. Helping others. Beautiful. It's in the Bible. Okay. It is a person who performs duties for others. Okay. You're not looking for anything in return. And being a leader who people are going to listen to is being a leader who is a servant. Think about leaders in your life, whether it be at your full-time job or any leader you could. the President of the United States. Think about leaders in the past that you have come across before, and what leaders stand out to you. What leaders make you want to listen to them? Okay. Leaders who are always serving others and they are not looking for something in return are going to be those leaders that you are going to listen to. Okay. It's not about you. And if you think it is about you in leadership, you're going to get your feelings hurt a lot. Leadership is not easy. Okay. I asked the question of who is a new leader because I want to know, because leadership is something that you're not born with. None of us being SSDs now, being at the top of the company makes us any different than you guys. We did not know how to be leaders, and we're still learning how to be leaders. We did not have the leadership qualities or anything like that. Maybe they did more than me. I didn't know what I was doing. When one person joined me, I think like 3 days after I pressed join myself in 2016, I was like, no, I don't know what I'm doing. You're never ready to be a leader. Okay. So leadership takes practice. It takes consistency. It takes consistency. That word right there is going to be your blueprint for 2024. You have to be consistent. You have to be consistent, not only in your business, but as a leader, you have to be consistent with the way that you're leading your people. If you have a team of 1 or you have a team of 500, when you are a leader, you have to be consistent with, are you having conversations with your people? Are you only talking to them when you want something from them? Do you have relationships with your people? Okay, be consistent. It takes patience. People are crazy. People are freaking crazy. I can think of a million times people on my team have asked me questions and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even understand. But then I'm like, okay, Amber, takes patience. You got to be patient. It takes compassion. It takes empathy. Things happen in life. You cannot, and this is the hardest thing you have to learn as a leader. When you are a lead consultant and you have one person on your team, you are banking on that one person and yourself to hit 1,000 GWV, right? Okay. How much easier is it if you build your front line to 3 people to hit that 1,000 GWV? It's so much easier. Okay. You have to empathize when somebody's like, oh my gosh, my dad just died. Or, oh my gosh, we just got in a wreck. Look, I'm throwing in the towel. I'm not doing this anymore. You have to empathize with people because real life happens and you have to realize that is leadership. Okay. When you're serving others, it's not about you. It takes all of those things. So the practice behind it, the consistency, the patience, the compassion, the empathy to build trust for people looking at you as their leader. Okay. And it takes a lot of practice. I'm telling you right now, I fail at it more times than not. And I'm really, really glad and really, really thankful we're doing this type of thing because my leaders, I'm so sorry. I wasn't doing leadership calls last year. I was trying to keep a whole human alive. I was trying to figure myself out. Ended up not realizing I was in postpartum depression, the whole 9. But here we are. We learn from it. We move forward. We accept it and we don't do it again, right? We adapt and overcome. Okay, so I thought about this today. Who has ever had the jar of Smucker's natural peanut butter where the freaking oil is on the top and the peanut butter's on I'm seeing shaking heads and some people are looking at me like, who are you talking about? Okay. So if you know what I'm talking about, the literal, if not Google it, the peanut butter is thick at the bottom and then the oil from the peanuts is up at the top. Okay. So when you first open up that natural peanut butter jar, stick with me. This is going to make sense. Thought about it. My brain was working this morning. It is extremely hard to mix together the oil that has settled on the top with the peanut butter mixture. Okay. If you were taking a spoon, a fork, a knife, I don't care what it is, you're getting freaking oil everywhere. It is going everywhere. I don't care what happens, whatever mechanism you're using. This is just like leadership. All consultants in your lineage, your front line, your downline, if you have a downline, okay, you will if you do not yet, are the oil on the top and you are the heavy peanut butter mixture at the bottom. You are filled with way more knowledge than they have up at the top. That liquid, annoying oil. Not that your people are annoying, but the oil at the top, okay? Spattering everywhere. At first, it's hard to get into the mix of leadership, thinking of others, how you can help them, and how to be a servant leader. And yes, I'm reading from my notes, so just so y'all know. But the more you mix in with your frontline and your downline by helping them with their goals, giving them tips, training them, coaching them, leading by example, heavy on that, leading by example, the trust becomes smooth, easy, and flawless, just like the peanut butter, the more you mix it together. Okay? I know. I should probably write a book. I'm just kidding. But if you know what that peanut butter is like, it's a perfect vision. Okay. You can picture it all coming together. And actually, the more that you use it, so it goes in with that consistency, the more that you use that peanut butter, I don't know, for whatever reason, it gets easier to mix together. So think about that with the consistency. The more consistent you are with mixing that together, yourself and your frontline and your downline, the more the relationship's going to have, and it's just going to become a beautiful 2024. I'm claiming it, y'all. Servanthood leadership is always showing up for the one. It is always showing up for the one. And this is something that myself, Whitney, Anya, and Chastity, and y'all, nothing happened with Katie and Ray Ray. They're just doing their own leadership thing, but I'm including them too, because we're all still in a thing. They produce some SSDs, so they're doing their own thing in 2024. But it's always showing up for the one. And we have to remind ourselves that showing up right now, I'm tired. I'm very tired, y'all. I'm usually in bed at 7:15. I am an old lady. Zane wears my honey out, but it's showing up for the one. We didn't have to show up. We didn't decide to do this because we really wanted to. I'm going to be very honest with you guys, but we know that if we show up, not for ourselves, we're not showing up for ourselves. Okay. We've been in this business, all of us, for years, showing up for the one. Okay. Jesus said he left the 99 to find the one lost sheep. I'm not saying y'all are lost. I'm not saying that the people on your teams are lost, but it's showing up for that one person that could possibly change your entire business. Okay. I have chills. I have tears in my eyes, but literally think about that. Think about that when you're leading. Think about that when you don't want to show up. Think about that when you don't want to share something because you don't think you have something to offer. You absolutely do. Okay. All right. Be the leader that you want to have in 2024. It's a brand new year. We have a fresh new start. I'm not really one of those people that's like, it's a fresh, clean slate, whatever, but it is. Okay. You can decide at any point in time, whatever you want to be, but this is going to be the year that you are going to be the leader that you want to have. If you didn't have a leader that you like, if you don't have a sponsor that you like, it's okay. It's okay. You don't talk to your sponsor, that's okay. You have uplines. All of you are in one of our downlines if you're not one of our direct frontline, okay? And there's a whole community you guys are connected to right now. This whole entire year, you guys are connected within this, and that was our hopes with this whole thing. I'm sorry, I'm probably going over 10 minutes. I'm going to try to stop talking soon. Whitney's going to stare at me and cut me. So, all right. Be the leader you want to have. Communication. Do you have a team page? You guys are all leaders. I had a team page when I was a lead consultant. I did team meetings monthly when I was a lead consultant. Start doing the habits now that you know you're going to have, you know, when you hit director, when you hit star director, when you hit SSD, start doing those things now. Those habits they'll just be ingrained in you. Okay. Are you sending weekly emails? If you're not, you need to your team and to your customers. Text check-ins and challenges for your people that you're working with. I do weekly text challenges with, it was just frontline. Now I do downline people who opted in. Do something like that. Give them that opportunity. Just come up with a challenge. Hey, today we're going to have 5 party conversations. Go ahead and do it. Screenshot when you're done. Okay. Post them in the team page when you're done. Recognition. Who loves recognition? I don't care if your love language is words of affirmation. That is mine. I could really care less about gifts. I like gifts. I don't really care. Take out the trash and tell me I'm pretty. That's what I want. I want you to do things for me and make my life easier. And my husband has a really hard time with understanding that. And I want you to tell me you love me. Okay. Recognition is free. Everybody loves recognition. Shout people out when you see them doing a good job. Shout people out when you see them on social media doing something that is out of their comfort zone. If they're going live in their stories, shout people out. Go on your reporting tab on Workstation and just be like, oh my gosh, you're 50 PR away from active. That might not seem something huge to you, but that's big to somebody else who might not be doing much in their business yet, or might not think that they're doing something enough in people's eyes, or I'm just a certified consultant, or I'm just an essential. Find something to recognize people for. People love it. Make it a habit to consistently recognize the behaviors you want repeated. You guys have probably heard that before if you've been a leader for a while. I like to do active and 500 by the 5th, mid-month and end of month. People who are close to promoting, people who are on sensational start level, you guys, all the things that you want people to be doing, recognize those things. And I guarantee you, might not be that month, might not be the next month, but the behaviors will start. Hey, did you see that I have 1,000 PRV? And you'll start getting texts because people want to be recognized. Okay. And that's a great thing whenever that does happen, because they know that you recognize that. Share what's working for you. The best thing I am talking way too long. I'm so sorry, y'all. Share what's working for you. The best thing you can offer is what you know to be possible because you have done it. Share screenshots of conversations. How many people have people on your team that are like, I don't have the verbiage to say? Teach them how to speak the language. It's very, very simple. I don't know if she's on here right now. I'm not going to call her out. Someone who's in my downline that she always texts me and she's like, does this sound good? What do I need to add? And I tweak it for her. Why? Because I'm teaching her to do it herself. Okay. I don't have to do that, but I want to do it because I want her to learn how to do it herself. And I mean, today hers was perfect. I didn't have anything to edit. Okay. So share everything that you're doing. Share everything that you're doing, because if you're working your business, they're going to work their business. Usually, not all the time. But if they see that you're working consistently, they're going to want to work too. Okay. All right. Almost done. What leader legacy do you want to leave behind in 2024? Legacies are huge. This is what people are going to remember you by. Hi, baby. Paige, is that your son? Hi. So do you want to be the leader who always showed up no matter what? Or do you want to be the leader who let life crush everything and disappear? Life happens. Life happens, but listen to me. It's okay for life to happen, but it's not okay to disappear. When you have people who are looking up to you, because whether you think so or not, the people who have joined you for a reason, and they look up to you. I promise you that. They look up to you. Do you want to be someone who left somebody just ghost high and dry? Or do you want to be the one that was like, okay, this really bad thing happened to me, but I'm still going to be here for you? I'm going to say that I want to be the leader who always showed up no matter what. Next question. Do you want to be the leader who cheers on people? Or do you want to be the leader who doesn't care about people and only worries about numbers? You have to have relationships within your frontline, lineage, and your downline, your group and your team. If you do not have those relationships, it's going to be very hard for you to lead. Okay. Okay. 3 things takeaway. You have to have a vision for your business. You have to love people. You don't have to like them, but you have to love them. Okay. Love them through it. You can have differences. We're all different. And you have to have a consistent system of what you do weekly. Guys, listen to me. Systems are, I don't even really like the word system, but if you do not have something that you can look at, Katie Lassiter started this. I know all of us have shared this. If you do not have some type of something that is keeping you in track to where you can look and you can say, hey, I need to today. So for me, today's Tuesday. I had to pull reports and I needed to text 5 of my frontline. I texted them and then I wrote beside there, I chose to text my people who were almost active. Recognition in my team page, at least 2 teamies, post a training and go live in my team page. If you don't have something like this, that you're sitting down, you're like, okay, this is what I want to do as a leader. I'm going to do it consistently and intentionally. Go ahead and do something like this for you. Okay. Make it simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. This is literally, I couldn't find a happy planner. This is one from Target because I'm a procrastinator, but it keeps me on track. Okay. Do that for yourself and your leadership in 2024 and watch it change. I'm done. Sorry, I talked a long time. Anya, go.
Hello, y'all. My name is Anya. I am the Superstar Director for the Wildflower Warrior Group. I joined in 2019, and right now we are stationed. We're in Texas. They just changed the name of the base. I can't keep up with all that. We're in Texas, okay? So that's where we're at right now, and yeah. All right, so I'm going to talk to y'all about taking initiative, okay? I thought, and I'm like, man, what is like one hard-hitting thing that people need to do, and it's take initiative, okay? So I'm a homeschool mama, so of course, if you have seen my trainings before, you know that I will give you the definitions of things. So take initiative, the definition, you do things without being told, okay? This conversation I have with my teenager, should not have to tell you, take initiative, right? Okay, you find out what you need to know, you keep going when things get tough, you spot and take advantage of opportunities that other people will pass by, okay? Key there. Now remember, Whitney said we're saying everything in love, and we want the best for y'all, okay? But I'm just gonna throw this out there. If you pass by an opportunity to ask somebody to join your team or to party, I'm coming right behind you, okay? I am going to ask everybody, all right? Don't care, I'm not putting my stipulations on them, I am asking everyone. So if we have the same friends, get it together, okay? And I say that with love, I promise. All the love, okay? But for real, you got to take initiative because so many people sit back and they're like, I'm not going to ask that person to party because they never would. Meanwhile, somebody else just asked them to party. They just partied and then joined. And then you're all in your feelings. Well, why did they join my team? Did you take initiative or not? Okay. Got to take initiative. All right. Okay. I want you guys to have a director's mindset, but not just any director's mindset. And you know what I'm about to say because not all directors are good directors. I said it. Okay. Not all directors are good directors. Just going to be really honest. Okay. So I want you to have a good director's mindset because one day that's your goal, right? Director and above. Okay. And once you start doing those things, like Amber said, as a director, it doesn't stop just because you become an SD or an SSD. You still have to do those things. Okay. So, like she said, get into a good director's mindset. Okay. I'm going to give y'all 10 ways to take initiative as a leader with Scentsy. 10 ways. Okay. The first is be in the know. Okay. Be in the know. You need to be checking your workstation. Okay. You need to train yourself. All right. Got to train yourself. Don't just be out here all willy-nilly. Okay. Listen to something, learn something. All right. Share what you learn. We've all said it. Share. Okay. Share. Help us out. Like, listen, I literally posted on my team page, y'all, this is not for me. It is for you. I need you to participate. Okay. Cause like I got a team page. It's Whitney's. That's my team page. But the other team page that I am mama bear of is for my people. Use it to your advantage. Okay. Share. Find your people on that page. All right. Okay. Master being the best consultant you can be. All right. I pulled this out. We do this, the ladder of success. Okay. It's got PRV. That's the first rung. Can't step up till you get your PRV. Okay. Then you sponsor, then you start coaching your people, and it's encased with self-care. All right. So that is how it should work every single month. PRV, sponsoring, then coaching. Don't be sponsoring all the people and you ain't got no PRV. That makes no sense. Okay. So you know what to do in your business. You know what to do. Okay. So I want you guys to remember what's worked for you and what hasn't worked for you. Again, you're going to share these things, okay? And for the love of all things, for the love, okay? Don't message your leader. Like, stop messaging with a question that you could easily find. Okay, because like you're busy, I'm busy, we're all busy, but also in the time that you took to ask that question, you could have looked for the answer. You know what I'm saying? So do your work, okay? You can do it. Be in the know. That's number one. All right. Number two, okay? Have a long lens. A long lens. Y'all, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Some of us sprinted, okay? That was me. Once I finally woke up to what Scentsy could do, I sprinted and it was great and it was amazing. But like Whitney said, times have changed, okay? We need to remember this is long lens. If you want this to provide for a long period of time, you've got to do the work. Stop thinking it's just going to magically happen tomorrow. That's not how a successful business is built. Okay. You need a strong foundation. All right. Be patient, put in the work. Your dreams are worth it. Your dreams are so worth it. Okay. Number three, be proactive. Be proactive. All right. Are y'all ready? Stop waiting to be told what to do. Stop it. You know what to do. Stop waiting for us to tell you what to do. You can do it. You got a brain. You are smart. You are wonderful. You are capable. I do not have to tell you every single little thing. Okay. I also say that to my 14-year-old. It's fine. Okay. Man, we're taking initiative. You can do it. You don't have to wait for us to say, hey, do you think that looked really good? And it seems like it really worked on your Facebook. Can you actually put that on the team page? No, you can say, wow, this actually worked for me. Let me go put this on the team page. Look at you doing big things. Okay. You guys have no idea how much that blesses people. No idea. And we all work so differently that other people's brains do not think like, they definitely don't think like mine. So we all know that. Okay. But they don't think like Whitney's. They don't think like Amber's. They're not going to think like Paige all the time or Heather. Okay. So when they hear from other people, they're like, wait a minute, I can take this and implement it into my business. I can take this and put it into my business. It doesn't matter if you think you don't have anything to offer. Yes, you do. Okay, so that's what you're going to hear from now on. You're going to say, oh, I really don't have anything. And you hear Anya, yes, you do. Do it. Okay, you got it. That's what you're going to hear every single time. Yes, you do. Go do it. Okay, okay. So if you want to train, do it. If you're like, man, I really want to do a group get together on a Zoom because I'm struggling, maybe someone else is too, do it. Post it on the team page. Ask people to join you. Hey, who wants to do just a work and hang out for an hour? Do it, you guys. Stop waiting for other people to say, hey, could you do this? Could you do this? You're a leader, take initiative. All right. Okay, next, number 4. Be confident in your ability to lead your people. I know it's so hard sometimes to see yourself as a leader. Same. Okay. Sometimes I'm like, girl, who put you in charge of literally anything? Like, why? I don't know, but they did. Okay. So the thing is, people joined me for a reason. People joined you for a reason. You might have stumbled your way into leadership by accident. Okay. Same. But they joined me for a reason, whether it's because I was sharing Scentsy, because I showed up as Scentsy, whatever it is, they joined you for a reason. Be confident in that. Okay. Again, you know what to do in your business. Be confident in that. All right. So I want you to really think about that because it's so hard sometimes to be like, I'm a leader. People are watching me, but they are. They really, truly are. And they'll even ask sometimes, hey, I haven't seen so-and-so for a while. Or are they still a Scentsy? If they're asking that, that's a you problem. You got to do better. Okay. You got to pick it up. You got to do something better. Okay. So be confident in your ability. You have great examples all around you of what a good leader looks like, even if you don't have a good leader. There are still examples of what a good leader looks like. Okay. Be that leader. All right. Number 5, be solution oriented. Where there is a way or where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. Be solution oriented. A business owner, a leader, an adult, right? We all have to be adults to join Scentsy. Okay. You have to think outside the box sometimes. All right. Literally, no one's coming to save us. We're adults. We got to save ourselves. Okay. You have to think outside the box. And as a matter of fact, okay, when you're like, man, I'm hitting roadblock after roadblock, you ready for this? Go back and share it and say, what are your guys' ideas? Okay, that's a good post because it's getting people to think and talk about what they would do in certain instances. All right, go back. It's okay to not have all the answers, but where there's a will, there's a way. You find a way, you figure it out. All right. I would not have had great PRV last month if it wasn't for doing a buddy drive and that calendar that someone shared. Okay, which I literally just sent out the stuff today. So there's that. You don't have to be perfect. Okay, but that's why someone did that. And I was like, I am struggling, but someone shared it and it blessed me. Be that person. Okay. Number 6, party. Yeah. Okay. Y'all, I was kind of shocked and really disturbed when I was asking people a few months ago in our group about partying. And they were like, no, I don't do that. No, I don't. You don't what? You don't party. No, we're stopping that. 2024, we're not doing that anymore. You're partying. Okay. Because we're a party company. So that's number 1. We're a party company. Okay. Number 2, that is the fastest way to grow your network. Fastest way to grow your network by partying. I don't care what kind of party you do. Find one. One will work. Okay. Do it. Party your little backsides off. All right. Party, party, party. Lead by example by partying. All right. You have to. We have to network with a purpose. You can't just be sitting here like Whitney's hoping and wishing and praying. Woo, gonna get some good PRV. Let me just sit right here. No, you've got to move. You've got to party. Ask people, go for the no. It's okay. You can be told no. I promise you're going to be just fine. All right. Party. Number 7, know your strengths. Know your strengths. Okay. We all have strengths. Again, we are all very, very different people, but we all have strengths. And that's why we come together and it's explosive and amazing because we're all good at different things. Okay. So I want you to share your strengths. All right. Find a way to help others. Okay. And say if you're strong at public speaking, go live, do trainings. All right. If you are strong at organization, help me, please. Okay. Yep. Thank you. Help me. So that Kevin Hart, help me, because I am not good at organizing. Okay, not my strength. All right, but someone is, and that's why I ended up with a bunch of bins that I have to fill now to organize. So there's that. Okay, I want you to know your strengths. All right, you are the only you that there is. You are created to shine. So do it. Shine. Be confident in your strengths and shine. Okay. Number 8, know your weaknesses. Know your weaknesses. All right. Seek out those who are strong where you are weak and learn something today. Okay. You got to learn something. All right. Then you are going to try it out and you're going to learn how to become strong in that, which is again why I have these bins and I'm listening to decluttering and organizational podcasts every day that are very stressful. Okay. But you're going to learn something. Know your weakness and try to become strong in it, okay? And then get uncomfortable and grow in that area. I think I've been saying I was going to get organized for like 3 years now. Oh my gosh, my husband's outside the window. Sorry, he just hit the window. Anyways, okay, number 9, show up. We've said share 1,000,001 times already, okay? Stop making excuses. Go all in and show the frick up. Y'all, show up, okay? Look, there's how many of there's a lot. There's 41 people here. If everybody took the time once a week to make a post or something that's going to benefit their team or their group, do you know how big of a blessing that is to so many people? Once a week, y'all, that's not hard. That's not like, if you can't do once a week, like we got to figure something out. Okay. Come on. All right. Show up. It was said before, 6 months of hardcore focus can change your life. I am literally living proof of that in Scentsy. I am living proof of that. 6 months, hardcore, okay? You can do it, all right? I promoted SSD in 2 years. Yes, during COVID, okay? But you can do it. It's possible. You just have to grind, all right? You have to grind if that's what you want to do, or take it a little slower. It's up to you. You know, it's your business, okay? So I want you guys to know we don't all want to always show up, but we do have to power through. It's not always going to be easy, but it will always be worth it. Remember your why, dig into your passion. Sometimes we lose it. We got to find it. It takes a little bit, but it's there. Okay. And number 10, show the way. Okay. Remember at the beginning, we said to walk honorably as a leader. Okay. Do not tell people to do something that you're not doing. All right. Like if you're going to say, hey, girl, one time I challenged people to have 50 join conversations. What was I thinking? And I did it too. And I was like, I'm so sorry, y'all. That was stupid. We will never do that again. Okay. But we did it and we were stronger for it. And then when the next join special came around, we had a huge influx of new consultants because we all had all these seeds we'd already planted. Okay. So if you're going to tell your people to do the work, you do it too. Just be mindful because 50, that was a lot. 50 in a weekend. We did 50 joint conversations in a weekend. That was silly. Okay. So there's that. All right. So hold yourself accountable, hold your people accountable. All right. We have to choose to step it up. So let's take initiative by doing these 10 things. Have a good director mindset, not just any director. Okay. A good one. All right. Even if you are not a director yet. All right. All right. Go ahead, Chastity.
Man, that was so good. So good. And you're going to have to tell me about the organizational podcast. I don't know why they are stressing you out. You need to like just chill. All the bins, it makes me so happy. Anyway, so my name is Chastity Robinson, and I am the Superstar Director for Shine Your Light Group. I joined in 2015, and I live in North Carolina. Sorry, I was trying to think if that was all the questions that I was supposed to say, right? Okay, perfect. All right, guys. So our focus this month, or what we talked about, was one topic that we really wanted to see, or one thing we really wanted to see in our leaders this year. And we were talking about it, and I was just kind of joking, and I said, be alive. I want my leaders to be alive. But that was because Chastity herself needs to be alive, because Chastity's been a real struggling lately, you know, guys, and it's okay. And the first step to getting better is to admitting that you need to get better, right? But so I need to be alive. So what I want my leaders to do this year is to be alive, create habits, and go to work. With Scentsy, you are this, I'm reading from my notes a lot because my brain is just where it's at. With Scentsy, you are the CEO of your business. So you are the one that has to go to work. When you go to work as an employee, you clock in. You clock in and out every day, and you do your job, whatever it is that looks like. But with Scentsy, you have to commit to that CEO mindset and do the work, even when no one is going to tell you to do that. And let me tell you something, guys. Apparently, working from home and like being able to do whatever I want to do and not being structured and being in the house all the time is not great for Chastity. And I have realized that. And it's just sometimes you get a little too free. So I've had to make some changes. But with Scentsy, you have to commit to that CEO mindset. That means you need to set a schedule. You need to set a schedule for yourself. You need to create good habits, and you need to do it consistently over a long period of time. Keyword on long period of time. I'm going to say long period of time again. Okay. Anya is just like some weird, crazy anomaly, and all the COVID people and all of that. Like, we had so many people promote so super quickly. And I'm not saying that she's very successful, and she was doing all of the work, and she's still doing all of those things. But it took, in the chat, Whitney, Amber, how long did it take you guys to promote to SSD? For me, I joined in 2015 and I promoted in 2019. It takes time. And we got there by doing these small habits consistently over a long period of time. Too many people are only focused on the short term and what's happening right now, and they're not looking at the big picture. I know right now people are not happy with their paychecks. They're like, the economy's down, blah, blah, blah. Or you may be feeling like you should be further along, or you should be more successful than what you are, or your paycheck should be bigger, or you should have already promoted by now, or whatever it is. and people are like, oh, I've been in this business and it's not working, so I'm going to quit. People have done that, and I've watched people do that. But what? You're going to quit and you're going to go start over somewhere else? What? Like, the time is going to pass anyway. The time is going to pass anyway. So there is absolutely no reason for you to just walk away and quit. Just like Whitney said at the very beginning of this call, commit to 6 months. Commit to 6 months. And we're going to talk about what you need to be committing to, because commitment is so easy when you're in a good mood and when you're feeling it and when the weather's nice and everything's going great. But it's not so easy when life happens or you get thrown off schedule or whatever else. You have to commit and do the hard things even when you don't feel like it. That is what is going to give you, and that is what is going to get you to success. The time is going to pass anyway. So if you're not where you want to be right now, you can make the decision to commit to 6 months of hard work, just like Whitney said. It's so crazy. I didn't even know she was talking about that. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. But the time is going to pass anyway. So don't give up on something that has the potential to work. No one cares how much money that you made last year when 5 years from now, you could be making $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 paychecks. Stop thinking about the short term and get that long-term vision. I can promise you, I'm going to speak for all of us. I can promise you right now that me, Whitney, Anya, and Amber did not think that we would be sitting here being as blessed as we are, or seeing paychecks. And it's not just about the money, but money is freedom, y'all, that we are able to. Is it lower than what you want sometimes? Absolutely. But do I have to go work in a classroom full time? No. Do I have to do I have to go clock in at a 9 to 5? No, because I worked consistently over the long term. You aren't going to have a long-term business if you aren't doing the short-term income producing activities. Short-term income producing activities. Duplication is how you are going to create the freedom that you're looking for if you're looking to build a big business. When I say duplication, I mean teaching your team to do what you did to get where you are today. Leading by example is the key to success, period. If you're like, well, how do I lead by example? I know a lot of people, I mean, sometimes I'm like, well, what am I supposed to be doing? You lead by example by doing the things that you wish your team was doing. Do you wish that they were going and partying? Do you wish that they were going live on social? Do you wish they were posting on the team page? Do you wish they were recruiting more? Do the things you wish your team was doing, and by God, share it with somebody. Please don't gatekeep it. You need to be shouting from the rooftops that you're doing all the things, because this is not the Chastity, Amber, Anya, and Whitney show. It's just not, and we're exhausted. And I'm going to be honest, I know my leaders on here right now are like, where's Chastity been? She disappeared. I did, because I was exhausted, and this is the new year, and I'm not the type that says new year, new me, blah, blah, blah. That I think all that's bullshit, but I literally have to, I'm having to revamp myself, but I had to walk away for a bit, and it's okay if you have to do that. I just went too far away. So anyway, let's talk about habits. And I have a definition for you guys today too. I love all the definitions. A habit is defined as something that you do often and regularly, sometimes without even knowing that you are doing it. I mean, tell me in the chat if you've ever driven somewhere and you're like, how the hell did I get here? That happens to me daily. It's very unfortunate. Or like, I mean, it's honestly scary, the habits that you have. Okay. You have habits, whether you have good habits, bad habits, indifferent habits, whether you want to or not, you got one. Okay. Your habits are going to determine the quality of your business. And a good habit is just as addictive as a bad habit. You just get better results. The only way to break a bad habit is to replace it with a good one. You're not just going to go get rid of all of your bad habits. You're just not. They're not going to disappear. They're not just going to go away forever and ever. Amen. That's why a lot of times when people stop smoking, they pick up some other habit like chewing gum all day long, or I don't know, but whatever it is. And I know like with addiction, I'm read up on a lot of that stuff. Instead of doing drugs, they get addicted to, like, obviously not drugs, other things to replace that bad habit with something positive. If you aren't sure where to start, on the workstation, there is the planning ahead document for leaders. For leaders, it's right there on the workstation. It is color coded, and I love a good color coded document. It has all the activities here for new consultants, casual, active. It's telling you as a leader what you can be doing with those specific people. Okay. So that's something right there for you. Can I tell you that we didn't have our workstation, you were lucky if we could log in when I first joined. It's literally right here. Okay. Obviously there are more things that you could be doing, but the workstation literally has everything that we could possibly need. We make everything real damn difficult. Okay. And really overcomplicated. And then they also have this right here, the leadership activities, daily, weekly, monthly, right here for leaders. Go to it, use it, period. It is here, and that's what you need. Okay. You cannot have filet mignon results with hot dog habits, period. You can't. You just can't. And I'm a filet girl, okay? But I'm going to tell you, my hot dog habit's been flopping around way too much lately, and I'm going to get my mess under control. I hope you loved that visual, guys. It's just who I am. Okay? So when you go to work, you have to clock in. You can't just show up whenever you want to, or you'll get fired. So you have to put yourself on a schedule. Put yourself on a schedule. Commit to doing the things that you did in the early days of your business. Ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. We are making everything so complicated. Everything has to be perfect and pretty, and all the things. Done is better than perfect. And I am a perfectionist at heart, and it kills me. It's so hard for me, but done is better than perfect. So when I'm talking about getting back to the early, doing the things that you did in the early days of your business, that means you got to talk to people every day. And I don't even like people. It's very difficult, but you got to talk to people every day. You've got a party. Yeah, I know, but you joined a party plan company. Sorry, that's not going anywhere. I know. You have to share on social. You have to network. You have to do all of those things, all of the different income producing activities. Okay. You have to do those things. These simple habits are what's going to get you there. Just like Amber shared the labels that she uses. I also used those a really long time ago, and I'm using them again now. They're very simple. They're broken down. It's not overwhelming. You need to pick simple, attainable tasks that you can knock off. Okay. I want you to remember why you started. Remember why you joined this business. Remember why you, remember when you first started and you had big, audacious goals. And it was really, really easy for you to dream big, or before you failed, maybe in this business, it was really easy for you to like see things out on the horizon in the positive light. But now that maybe things aren't going as well, or you've had some, not bad things happen, but things aren't going your way or whatever, it's a whole lot easier to get discouraged and to be in your head. But I want you to know that every single one of us SSDs feel and have felt the exact same way. So you need to know that you're not alone in that. And you need to know that you can stick it out. And the ones that stick it out and the ones that have that long-term vision are the ones that are going to be at the top and the ones that are going to have success. So, but I want you to remember why you started. I want you to put your The last thing I want to say about going to work is you need to put your blinders on. Put your blinders on and stop trying to do everything. Stop trying to do everything. And I'm going to be honest, I've been very social media silent over the last month because I had to. Because every time I opened up social media, I was seeing something else that somebody that I really love was doing. And I felt like I needed to be doing that. Or they were doing something like not even just in leadership, just as a consultant in general. And it's very overwhelming. Please tell me if you have ever been overwhelmed with seeing other people doing all the things. You can type it in the chat if you want to, or you get all these other ideas and you just don't feel like you can do any of it, or I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but put your blinders on and stop trying to do everything and go back to the things that are simple. You need to go back to the things that are simple that work for you. There is only one you, baby. God made you for a reason. There's only one you. You need to shine your light on all of these people. Shine your light. Don't let anybody tell you that you have to do something a certain way. This is your business. We're over here telling you that you need to do income producing activities and have long-term vision and do those simple habits over a long term, but we're not telling you exactly how to do it. You have to make the decision on how to do it. We know the activities you need to be doing, but you have to make the commitment to do them the way that works for you. So at the end of the day, ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. Put those blinders on and get back to simple. Simple, simple, simple. Talk to people, party, share on social, review, talk about the products in your stories, and get some filet mignon habits. Get rid of them hot dog habits. Ain't nobody want to eat a hot dog every day. Love y'all. Okay, so I'm last. I don't really know how we want to close this out.
Can I say one thing real quick? Because this just popped up in my head.
Of course.
If you are consistently working your business, you always have something to share.
Amen.
Whether it is, I don't know, right before
Say it
here,
again.
y'all, I've been doing this business since 2016. Before this call, we put Zane to sleep, and I don't know what Anthony's doing with his life. He's so tired because his life is really hard, not with a baby all day. I was doing Happy Mail. So guess what I did? I shared that in my story. If you're working your business, you have stuff to share. You always have something to offer. But if you are not working your business, you don't have content. You don't have stuff to share with your team. You don't have stuff to share with you don't have conversations to share with people and say, hey, this is what worked for me, what worked for you. Oh, that didn't work for you. Let's try that. If you are not working your business, you don't have anything to share. And that's across the whole nine. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, the one last thing I was going to say is this incentive that's going on right now, the 20 years to Scentsy, whatever it's called. Those are simple. They are simple. They are simple. They are attainable for everyone. Every single person on this call can earn this incentive if you are committed to be consistent and do the activities. And that is just a stepping stone to build your business and have that CEO mindset. Right? I love y'all. Mean it.
Thank y'all so much for joining us. Love you guys.